Hello, everyone. I'm the first author and presenter whose name is Tang from China, and the corresponding author is Santi Rohaida binti Muhammad Zaina. We are all from the University Sains, Malaysia. Our research title is Influencing Factors Towards Key Talents Turnover, a case study of Q Early Education Limited Company of Guangdong, China. As China's economy and education demands continue to improve, more and more Chinese families begin to choose the early education. Well-known foreign companies and professional institutions engaged in early education went into Chinese market. Those brought experience and gave birth to the development of local brands in China. As is known to all, the main body of the early education institutions is teachers, which is the core and scarce human resource. This position is characterized by a lengthy training process and scarce talents in the market. According to the white paper on human resource released by Job in 2020, a well-known domestic recruitment website, the turnover rate in the early education industry is significant, mainly due to the closure of enterprises caused by COVID-19, followed by the unsatisfactory development platform and low salary. It can be seen that the poor management of the enterprise is still an important aspect that cannot be ignored. This paper focuses on the resignation of teachers in early education institutions using quantitative method, using the questionnaire method to dig the cause of resignation and analysis through the scientific methods. Try to find salary, working environment, welfare, career development, employee relationship, family factors to the perspective of the development, thinking to find and solve problems. By finding out deep reasons for resignation, we help the human resource managers in the early education industry study and formulate plans that can be implemented. The research reflects great significance in the following aspects. First, to cause and attract investors interested in the early education and senior managers engaged in work, and to help them to optimize their disadvantages and try to solve problems according to their current situation. Secondly, to provide information, reference, and experience to enterprises, employees, and interested people in the early education industry. Thirdly, to improve core talents' work efficiency and stabilize the quality of their work. As for the literature review, in the academic field of human resource management, the definition of resignation is in a state of integration. Some researchers publish conceptual definitions related to this, but there is no unified conclusion. However, most experts believe that resignation definition has two aspects: broad definition and narrow definition. As we listed some literature review, James Price, uh, James Price is the broad definition, and Mobley is the narrow definition. In our research, we choose this paper combines the classification proposed by Epson and Maley studies the resignation behavior of the first category. Epson combined with previous research experience and divide resignation into the four categories. Unavoidable voluntary resignation. This is our choose to make research, and it's also the basis for our research. As for the tables and figures, Q Early Education Limited Company of Guangdong, China was founded in 2002 as one of the first local professional institutions engaged in early education. Despite its early development and accumulated experience, it still faces severe loss of core employees. The object of this questionnaire was teachers of Q Early Education Limited Company of Guangdong, China. We plan to survey the reasons for resignation. A total of 154 questionnaires were recovered. 154 valid questionnaires were recovered, and the recovery rate was the recovery rate was 12.3%, among which valid questionnaire ratio was 100%. The first, reliability analysis. In order to test whether the skill part of the questionnaire can respond well to the actual situation, the reliability analysis of SPSS is conducted for the non-general data part, the question 6 to question 20 of the questionnaire. If quorum bunch coefficient is more significant than the 0.8, it is reliable. Table 1 shows that quorum bunch coefficient in the part of this questionnaire scale was 0.946, greater than 0.8, indicating that the overall reliability of questionnaire is excellent and the situation measured is credible. As for the validity and factor analysis, because there were many questions marked question 6 to question 20, it was challenging to identify the similarities between the questions by eyes. The factor analysis was used to simplify the questionnaire and merge the strongly related questions to facilitate the interpretation of the questionnaire. The general steps of factor analysis are as follows. Use KMO and Bartlett's test to verify the validity of the questionnaire. If the validity reaches the standard, the principal components in the topic can be extracted by primary component analysis, and the rotating the main components are obtained through maximize variance orthogonal rotation method to simplify topic. The KMO values and Bartlett's sphericity test results were used to illustrate correlation between the questionnaire questions. As shown from the table 2, the KMO 0.929 greater than 0.8 indicates the partial correlation between the topics. From the Bartlett's sphericity test, 1670.968 p less than 0.001, which indicates that the original hypothesis that the correlation array is a unit array at 0.001 significance level. That correlation array is not a unit array, indicating a good correlation between the topics. That is, as a good validity can further principal component analysis extract the primary information of the topic. The principal component analysis uses selects common factors according to the specific proportion of the variance cumulative contribution rate, or determines the number of common factors according to the number of the characteristic roots more significant than one. As can be seen from the table 3, in order to make the contribution rate of the cumulative variance reaches about 70%, Three common factors were selected from this data, and the cumulative variance contribution rate before and after rotation reaches 69.93%, which means that the extracted three main components summarized 69.93% of the original information before and after rotation, which is well responded. It can be seen from the figure 1. After the three principal components, the folding line leveled flat, and indicating that the three principal components are more appropriate, not too much, and effectively represent the original amount of the information. It can be seen from the table 4. The correlation between the principal components and each topic before rotation is concentrated on the first component. Although the information is effectively extracted, the correlation between the topics cannot be effectively judged, so rotation is needed to find a dimensional division with sound discrimination. After the maximum variance orthogonal rotation, the factor log less than 10.5 was removed, and the maximum factor log of each line was retained to facilitate the relationship of the components after rotation to the original topic. According to the table 5, the first principal component has relatively higher factor load on the 7 questions, 12, 11, 13, 14, 19, 18, 8, which tend to reflect the characteristic of coupling, and question 19, 16, 20, 15, 17 in question 6, but the dimension is less and deleted as appropriate. Moreover, measure the reliability validity. The results are shown in the table 6 and table 7. Therefore, we use the factor analysis and the optimization of the 15 questions of the questionnaire was simplified to 2 dimensions: the cultural environment and the treatment of the company, and the development prospects of the individuals and the company. We also take the document review, and we review the employee resignation records from January 2018 to October 2019. And the resignation data covered all early education teachers in Q Early Education Limited Company of Guangdong, China. And according to the information of the Human Resource Management Department of Q Early Education Limited Company of Guangdong, China, the resignation rate of the enterprise is calculated according to the formula as follows. As can be seen from figure 2, the resignation rate of early education teachers at the end of the year is higher than usual because most employees change their working places or intentionally change their career development platforms due to family reasons. According to figure 3, the employees under 35 are significantly higher than the elderly, while those over 45 have a low intention to leave. Young employees can be more selective, have not yet completed rational career choices, and face too much social temptation, so the resignation intention is firm. As can be seen from figure 4, the shorter the working life in Q Early Education Limited Company of Guangdong, China, the more the number of employees will leave, which shows that they don't well integrate into the working environment and don't complete the recognition of the recognition of the enterprise and the brand. In contrast, the longer they work in the business, the more employees tend to have less intention to leave. As for our conclusion, based on the previous in-depth investigation and analysis of the resignation reasons, the following conclusions are drawn. Early education teachers are the core competitiveness of the Q Early Education Limited Company of Guangdong, China, and they are also the group closest to the customers and have the longest contact time. Their working status and the recognition of the enterprise are crucial. Therefore, it is also essential to pay attention to the factors that early education teachers can leave. Second, salary and welfare, working environment, career development, employee relationship, and family factors are the factors that mainly affect the resignation of early education teachers and are positively related to the resignation rate. It can be found that salary and welfare, employee relationship, and the career development are the three key factors affecting the resignation of early education teachers. Thus, we put forward some suggestions. The first, optimize the salary system. Enterprises need to do research, including prospects and the regional economic development, wage management policy, and the like, to set a reasonable and competitive salary, which can be based on attaching talent will not make the enterprise's labor cost is too high. Secondly, create a fair, open, and diversified performance incentive system. And third, we create a benign corporate culture. It is very important and crucial to attract the talents to stay in the company. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.